While I was in Afghanistan, I got a phone call from my mother, and I think she was expecting me to come home for Eid al-Adha, but I just stuck around. The thing is with Afghanistan was that I seen cases and I just wanted to execute on them. I wanted to finish them. I wanted to get the work rolling. Alhamdulillah, done some good work, but stayed there for a long time. My mum was expecting me to come home because I haven't been home in around 6-7 months. And she told me, it's great that you're doing special cases, but you have a special case at home. You have your father. Your father can't even walk up the stairs. Every time he walks up the stairs, he's wheezing, he's out of breath. The guy's sick. We think he's going to collapse at any moment. So I think to myself, subhanAllah, I'm going to the ends of the earth to help strangers. They are still my brothers and sisters in Islam, and I love them for the sake of Allah. But I'm leaving my own father, who is a special case. And there's a general principle in Islam that al-aqrabuna awla bil ma'ruf. And I didn't want to go back to Ireland. So I said, how about we do a family holiday to Bosnia? And that's how Bosnia came about, because I was looking at flights and it was Kabul, Dubai, Sarajevo. So I'm like, right, cool, it's only one stop. That's perfect. And from that, he'll get walking, he'll get moving, he'll be out and about socializing, and it's just gonna get his steps up anyways. And then maybe towards the end of the trip, I'm just gonna convince him to stick around. Just checking into the room and it's already, can't lie to you, it's disappointing. Oh, I hate getting, not catfish, but obviously I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't know what the room looks like. I was just told the clinic is nice for 140 quid a night. There's 140 quid just for the rooms, not the treatment. You'd expect to get something a bit better than this, man. This stuff is old. I told my dad I'd get him a nice fat Airbnb, but you know, he was like, no, I'm gonna stay in the hotel. The wellness clinic is downstairs, so it makes sense. It makes sense. I hate getting riffed, man, but look, end of the day, if it's gonna get my dad training again, looking after his health, it's nothing, bro. لا 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 عادي. مصحة دايما.
Because you're looking after my health. And my health is the first. Put your chin on your chest.
أهل إقدام وباس قد سمعونا في حماس نحو هامات القمم نحو هامات القمم.
I know a bunch of you are watching this and you're probably thinking, oh, I could do this to my parents. And I would 100% recommend it if you are financially capable. SubhanAllah, my dad done this for his mum back in the 90s. He took it to Czech Republic, and now his son is doing the same thing again. فعل ما شئت كما تدين تدان. He's not allowed to take the lift. We're gonna go to the hospital and he's gonna get his heart scanned just to make sure that we can give him a nice push. Blood test came back and the doctor was right, he's anemic. We're gonna have to find a way to supplement him with iron.
Which year?
Oh, I don't know what's there, bro. I should know. I think 1965, I'm not too sure. 1965.
Because you are young. Yeah. Question. For how many years you are diabetic?
يا ربي أنت نصيري فلقني كل خير واجعل جنانك مصيري واختم بالإيمان الأجال وصلي في كل حال.
Back in the hotel, he has a workout. I think in half an hour, he's getting his dinner in. He's gonna have his medication. Doctor prescribed one more medication for the shortness of breath that he experiences. And what else? Also, he didn't know what medication he takes off the top of his head. So I had to go leg it back up to his room and just take all the snaps. Now I need to send it to the doctor so he can see if he's on the right meds, see if everything's correct. If it's not, he'll prescribe him something new. Alright, while he's gone having a nap, I got him this Fitbit. It's going to tell him his heart rate, his steps, all of that. And I'm tolerating the place because my dad hasn't trained for a very, very, very long time. My dad hasn't exercised for, I'd say, 3 decades. 30 years is a long time not to exercise. And he hasn't exercised consistently ever in his life. He'd do the odd gym sessions here and there when we were younger, and then he would stop. He had gym memberships that he's never used. He'd go swimming the odd time, but was never consistent. So the fact that he was consistent for the first time ever was mind-blowing.
Open YouTube, please. Okay, all right. YouTube, Yahya Bouissir. هاي سبسكرايب.
بيصير هو طلع لك ثاني واحد.
اخويا.
His average steps were around 1,000, 1,500 a day. Now he's hitting 5,000. Now he's hitting 6,000. And every time the numbers are going up and up and up to the point where we've been hitting 10K consistent every single day. Bro, this guy is scaring them. Parents came legging it. He's giving the kids money or something. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's headbutted one of the kids. Oh. ضربت العين الروسية حرام عليك. Right, back to work, back to work. The thing is with this clinic, it wasn't anything special. It was a regular gym, pool. He was doing his cycling, his treadmill work. He was swimming, he was doing his steps outside. They'd give him a bit of mud on his knees, electrocute him for a tiny bit, and put him in a jacuzzi. And that was that. It was a pure rip-off, I'll be honest with you. But anything to get this man moving in a consistent way, we were happy with. Adi. I will pay any price in the world for him just to train. It was a good way for him to break the ice, for him to feel like, yeah, I'm doing treatment, I'm under rehabilitation. So I'm delighted with it. He's also socializing, making friends. And I was like, you know what? He's on a program, he's on a roll. I can just bounce. I got a flight literally in an hour's time. Like, I should be at the airport right now. So I couldn't pass the opportunity of checking this land out. That's from all the way there. I thought I was gonna stop here because I have markers, but no, it's still under this as well. I wonder how much the asking price is. To be honest, you can build like 4 houses on this. 1, 2, 3, yeah, easily 5 houses. And everyone has the garden and a good bit of space. So we're back in the orphanage. Alhamdulillah, we made it. I was just chilling here by myself. Close my eyes, open up my eyes, and these boys are all here. Nari takbir. Nari takbir. Assalamu alaikum. I had 15 open heart surgeries for children in Afghanistan. I had a few surgeries to do also in Egypt. Done the heart surgeries, came back, and I landed some really bad news. The second I landed, I stuck my SIM card in the phone. I get a message from Asmatullah. Asmatullah is one of the brothers that helps me manage things over in Afghanistan. He tells me one of the girls didn't make it. I was devastated, man. I was just in the taxi crying, bro. Shedding up tears. I even made eye contact with the taxi driver. I was hoping he's not gonna see me, but he looked up his rear view mirror and he just sees me in bits. Got home, hugged my mum, put my head to the pillow, and I just couldn't sleep. So then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna head to the gym. I'm gonna see what my dad's saying. See Martez, see my brother Ismail. I'm already thinking I need to fundraise for Martez because that land that I was shown to me by his guarantor. His guarantor is in a predicament. He's in a predicament for guaranteeing Martez because Martez is not paying his hospital bills. I didn't know about this, so I was a bit shocked about how cheap the land was, and he just told me, look, we're in this predicament where they might lock him up and they might liquidate my assets. Martez had a sponsor for the first 2 months of his treatment, and then that sponsor cut out and he just kept going with the treatment, and he thought he was going to get someone else to sponsor him, or he thought maybe the Libyan government's going to sponsor him, but he got no one. I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to actually film him and put his story together and tell you guys about it. So I was filming him, got done with filming, I look up, where's my dad? He's not there. I was like, cool, let me go grab him. Get him back into training. Go to the reception, he's chatting to a father and his son. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam, what's the story, how's things? As he's having the chat, someone passes by and he likes to say Assalamu alaikum to every single person. And even my brother Zakaria was like, bro, you cannot say Assalamu alaikum to everyone in this country because we don't know if they're Muslim or not. He says Assalamu alaikum. The guy doesn't respond, but not only does he not respond, he takes his gym bag and he slams it on the floor. And he starts screaming. We're all looking at each other like, is this guy okay? He then comes up and squares up to my dad. And I was kind of sitting away from my dad. He doesn't know that I'm with him. And I grab this guy and I push him. I'm already surprised. I thought he was solid. So I gave him like a good push to just push him a tiny bit. But I didn't think he was going to be that weak. So when I gave him that push, he went flying. You know, I didn't want to push him that hard. Straight away, he shook because I got physical. Sorry to cut you out, but you've been watching this far and you haven't liked. Come on, man. Drop a like, it helps. And I'm being consistent now. I've been posting in a consistent way, so make sure you support the channel. And if you haven't already, get onto the charity channel as well. It's linked down below. Subscribe to that and I'll let you continue with the video. And I have to be honest, I got physical. I gave him a good push, but I didn't hit him, I didn't do anything. And I only gave him a good push because he came up and he was squaring up to my dad. My dad's sitting down, he's on top of him and he's screaming. And then he's still talking. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take this guy out. He's gone back into his car. Alhamdulillah, let's finish. We sit back down, we're like, what's the story with this guy? And I'm telling my dad, Baba, stop saying Assalamu Alaikum to everyone. We don't know if they're Muslim or not. This country is compiled of the Serbs, the Croats and the Muslims. So maybe he was a Serb or he was a Croat. You don't know if he's a Muslim. He can't say Assalamu Alaikum. And he didn't look like a Muslim. If he looks like a Muslim, you do say Assalamu Alaikum. But if you don't look like a Muslim, I mean as in like he had tattoos, short shorts, he didn't look like a Muslim. So if someone doesn't look like a Muslim, don't say Assalamu Alaikum. And that's the sad thing about not looking like a Muslim, because if you look like a Muslim, we can practice this beautiful ibadah. Assalamu Alaikum wa Alaikum Assalam. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, لا تدخلوا الجنة حتى تؤمنوا. You will not enter Jannah until you believe. ولا تؤمنوا حتى تحابوا. And you won't believe until you love one another. أولا أدلكم على شيء إذا فعلتموه تحببتم. Should I not point you to something that if you do, you will love each other? أفشوا السلام بينكم. Say السلام عليكم to each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وإذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها أو ردوها. If you are given a greeting, return it or give something better than it. So if I say Assalamu Alaikum, you return it. You have to. And you are sinful if you don't return it. You have to say as a Muslim, Wa Alaikum Assalam. If you don't say Wa Alaikum Assalam, you are sinful. So you say Wa Alaikum Assalam or you say Wa Alaikum Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And this is all dua and this is all blessings and this is all beauty. But I'm telling him, the guy didn't look Muslim. Why are you saying Assalamu Alaikum to him? Out of nowhere, the guy storming back in. And he's screaming, ah, da, 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 da. And I get up. And this time I'm serious. I'm like, khalas. And maybe I shouldn't have said this because this escalated a tiny bit. I'm like, bro, I could kill you. Stop. I shouldn't have said that. I know. So after I said that, he actually sits down. Perfect. Let's understand. Maybe my dad did do something. Maybe he said something. No way is he having this reaction just from Assalamu Alaikum. No way. I don't believe it. What did my dad do? Let me understand. So I call the receptionist. I'm like, can you translate? And then she's there translating. Basically, my dad said Assalamu Alaikum to him in the gym 2 days or 3 days before. He didn't respond, and now he's saying Assalamu Alaikum to him again, so he's annoyed. So it was about the Assalamu Alaikum. Out of nowhere, he gets up again and he's screaming. I'm like, bro, what? This guy is not normal. Like, he's off his head. He's going through some road rage. I'm telling you, like, it was just like he'd calm down and then all the people from the gym that were upstairs, they come legging it down. Alhamdulillah. Okay, there's gonna be people that can solve this and we don't have to escalate this. And there was a lot that came down. And a lot of these people in the gym, my dad was so nice to me. Every time my dad would come in, he would go to the shops, he'd buy ice cream, he'd buy sweets. So I'm like, khalas, these are all my dad's friends. My dad's been making connections with them. He's been networking them. He's always bringing them gifts. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's gonna be over and we're gonna get back to training. So I turn over to look at my dad, see if he's all right. Before I know it, I just turn back to see what's going on, and pop, I get hit. And straight away, I knew I got hit with something heavy. The blood just starts squirting everywhere. And I see a dumbbell in this man's hand. And I'm thinking, first of all, how did this guy even get close? Because there were so many people between us. And second of all, I'm like, this guy wanted to kill me because he wanted to hit me from the back. Wallahi, if I had not turned around just in time, I turned around in the nick of time, I would have got it straight to the back of my head. And Allahu A'lam if I'd be here today or not. Allahu A'lam if I'd have a brain injury. Allahu A'lam if, Allahu A'lam. Maybe it's da'wat khair, maybe it's something that I've done that protected me from that. All these people were his mates. And they were there to protect him. The police come down, the ambulance come down. Obviously I had to get stitches. I got like maybe 4 or 5 stitches because the blood just did not want to stop. I go to the hospital, I get my stitches done. I come back from the hospital and I tell the police officer, can you call the brother that hit me and maybe we can have a conversation. Maybe we can resolve this. I don't want to go to court. I don't want it to get messy. I'd rather just settle this. So he rings the brother. He comes down and he's off his head. He's off his head. His brother had to drive him down. He's taking some stuff. I tell the police officer, look at this guy. Drug tested. Police officer ignores. Then I ask him, brother, are you Muslim? He says, yes. Wallahi, he didn't have an ounce of remorse. Qassaman billah. If he had an ounce of remorse, I would have just forgiven. But I felt like he was just coming just to do what he needs to do and bounce. So I tell him, look, if you pay 10,000 marks to Palestine, I will forgive. I won't take this any further. Khalas, we just kill it. He started laughing at me. And the brother was laughing even more and he says, I would rather give this 10,000 to this police officer than give it to you or a charity. But I told him, not to me. I said, give it to charity for Palestine. I told him, look, if you can't do 10,000, less. And then I clocked what he said. I'm like, wait. Did this guy just bribe the police officer? Did this guy pretty much say, I'm willing to pay you? I look at the police officer and there's nothing. The guy loved it. So I thought, subhanallah, what can we do then? Police officer looks at me and goes, look, you either forgive each other or we're both gonna fine you. I'm like, both fine us? What do you mean? Because you started it. All these people made an account against you. So they all made false witness claims or false testimonies. People that were saying that, they weren't even there. The only one that saw the full story was the receptionist. And the other lads that were Khaliji, bro, they didn't even want to hear their account. And Mu'taz, who was sitting down, he's afraid that something bad happens to him. He already has a debt on his head. They're threatening him with going to prison if he doesn't pay off his debt, and he doesn't have his proper paperwork there. When they lied, I'm like, Alhamdulillah, there's definitely cameras in the reception. I look up, there's no cameras. The police officer was saying, look, forgive each other. I said no. And the reason why I said no is because Mu'taz told me, Wallah, I witnessed the same guy, this exact person, beat an old man to a pulp because of a parking dispute the other day. This guy actually had bad intentions when he was coming towards my dad. Like, he actually wanted to hit him. He actually wanted to get physical. And that's what I felt. I felt like he was going to. That's why I had that reaction. I gave him that push. So yeah, we went over to the police station. I paid a fine. I think it was 125 euro, 250 kronas, 250 marks. He also had to pay it, like 125 quid. It's not too bad. But for him, he could probably feed it. It was sad because my dad was so nice to the staff, so nice to the people in the gym, and they all just turned against us. One instant, just because, it's a Bosnian in trouble, we need to stand with our Bosnian brother. Disease of nationalism. You stand up with the haqq, stand with what's right. And I had paid a week extra for the clinic. I don't want to spend another second in this place. I want to get out of here. I'm just gonna get a refund for the week that I paid. I just paid for this yesterday. I would like to get my refund because I paid a week in advance. And the only reason I paid a week in advance is because when I was away in Afghanistan, they literally made a whole show about, my dad needing to pay the bill, and it's like he's gonna run away. And bro, it was so bad. The treatment is terrible. And even my mom was hating it. My mom was like, look, let's get out of here, man. These people are so disgusting. Just from that interaction, before all this situation. So I came to them the next day, obviously bandaged up everything. I'll be honest with you, they straight up smirked. Wallahi, I didn't care. I just said, can I have a refund? And alhamdulillah, I spoke to the receptionist that was there, that saw everything. So she knows I was oppressed. So she felt bad and she was like, look, I'm gonna try and everything, but because you done it with the card, it's difficult, but if it was with cash, I would have given it. 1 week later, I left. Ismail and my mum were just chasing around for this bill. And I'm like, bro, just leave it, khalas, like they're gonna rip us. It doesn't matter. But the guy in management was saying to me, look, just write this email. You're gonna speak about it on social media. So I wrote an email, done it over ChatGPT, sent it over. I called him and I said, look, they didn't get back to me, but I want that money to go towards Mu'taz. I want it to go towards Mu'taz's bill. At least, if you're not gonna give it back to me, just use it for Mu'taz's bill. Mu'taz is the brother on the wheelchair. He says, yeah, cool. So then when I ring the guarantor, I said, did they use my 7-day credit and put it towards Mu'taz's bill or not? He said, they said that you've sent a harsh email, a strongly worded email, it wasn't harsh, and that they're not gonna give you your money back and they're not gonna put it towards Mu'taz. I told them that I'm gonna send over people to, review their place, and rightfully so. I'm gonna leave the link to the spa down below. Please, please, please give them a bad review because they deserve it. They deserve it. I promise you. At least that way I won't feel bad about them ripping me for 7 days worth of treatment. Even if you look at their reviews now on Google, you'll see that the place is dirty. You'll see that the staff is bad, everything. I'm not one to complain, but wallahi, these people, Rabbi yahdihim. And even that guy that hit me, Rabbi yahdih. The dua of the one that was oppressed is answered. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him, wallahi. And I've realized that one of the worst things to go through is that feeling of dhulm, that feeling of oppression. And you're not going to know true oppression unless you felt it. وَلَا يَعْرِفُ الشَّوْقَ إِلَّا مَنْ يُكَابِدُهُ وَلَا الصَّابَبَةَ إِلَّا مَنْ يُعَانِيهَا. How are you going to want to change oppression, to remove the dhul and the dhulm from people if you haven't felt it yourself? So it was a good lesson, alhamdulillah. There's lessons in everything. But we're here in Turkey. My dad's stepping every single day. He's working even harder. We've done 10, 12, 13, 14,000 steps. He's even had a day where he hit 16,000 steps. Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. He was a bit upset that his treatment ended, but I'm telling him, bro, like you weren't going through any sort of treatment. It was just a facade. It was just something that tricked you into building a habit. Now you've built a habit, you can do it everywhere. And he just kind of took it with a grain of salt. And then when he came here and he was moving every single day and he was doing what he did then, he told me, yeah man, that was a bit of a waste of money, no? I'm like, you're moving now anyways, so it's not a waste of money. I'm still happy that, you know, we went through that and it broke the ice, it broke the barrier. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Yeah, not this place, man. Welcome to the new crib. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, they shaped me up nice.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر فلسطين.
Today's been a heavy day. It's been full of sadness and sorrow. I landed here in Bosnia to such devastating news. And at the start I was just thinking, do I share this, do I not share this? I got to the apartment, I went to sleep crying. As you know, we've done the open heart surgeries in Afghanistan. And maybe a week ago, Brother Asmatullah, who's in Afghanistan, sent me a message and he said, brother, we have someone in the office with his daughter who needs an operation urgent. He said this one is a big operation as well. Usually with shit like that, I'd pray like 2 rak'at istikhara or whatever, and I didn't get back to him, and then he messaged me again, and then someone else messaged me, and then I said, you know what, alright, let's pull the trigger on it. Of course the dad was pressing him, and he said that we've been to many places and a lot of people didn't help us, and we've heard about the work that you guys are doing. Please help my daughter. There's a lot of highs when it comes to charity. When it comes to this work, you see people's lives get completely transformed, whether you've paid off their debts, provided them medication, provided them life-saving surgery, changed their furniture, relocated them to a different house, apartment, whatever it is. It's such a feeling of euphoria. It's a feeling that I can't describe to you. It's a happiness that nothing else in this life can bring you. And today I experienced the lows of it, the melancholy of it. Sadly, the sister, she didn't make it. I just thought that Dad, he came from, you know, such a far away place with his daughter, and now he's returning without her, or he's returning with her in a shroud. Oh, bro, I seen her fall over. Father, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him. He's so patient. He sent me a message and I'll share it with you guys as well.
Aslamu'Alakum wa rahmatullah. برادری قلب، برادری عزیز، با همراه همکارتان تشکر از همکاریتان که طفلک من همکاری کردیم. اینجا آوردم به سر کردم. طفلک من مشکلش بسیار زیاد بود، متاسفانه دیگه طفلک از بین رفت. دیگه خداوند غریق رحمتش بکنه. همون پیسه که شما مصرف کردین خدا اجر آخرت شما هم باشه. همکاری کردین، زنده باد خانه پدرتان و تشکر از همکاری بی‌دریغتان. خداوند اولاداتون شما را به قسم مریض نکنن، نگاه بکنه. ای برادرم شما را همچنان در هر جای که هستید زنده و سلامت.
رضای الله.